Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Chrome Tour golf ball from Callaway.
The premier college events of the season has crowned their individual champions. Ohio State's very own Vojtko with a clutch approach on 14 at the famed Eastlake goes on to make eagle, to jump into the co-lead and ultimately win by one to claim the title on this famed course with a round bogey-free 66. As we welcome you into Golf Central, Anna Jackson with you. Following the first round of the Eastlake Cup, the individual crowns have been handed out and the seeding is set for the men and the women for the next few days of match play as this prestigious event comes to you live on the Golf Channel over the next few days. So for more, I'm very pleased to welcome in our very own college stud, that is Jim Gallagher Jr. Jimmy, it's a big week in the college game. The event returns to Eastlake following that huge restoration led by Andrew Green. The course unveiled, as we know, back in August at the Tour Championship, but this is a tough layout. What did you think of the setup today for this event?
I thought it was a great setup. You allowed the players, if you hit good shots, you saw some good scores. 6 players broke par on the women's side, 10 on the men's side. So the weather was very good, and greens were firm, and so you had to hit some quality shots. Hitting it in the fairway is a premium. And we've got some pretty good matchups as we go into match play, but some really good play today. And, you know, when you hit a good shot, you should be rewarded. I thought it was a great setup, and these players are all enjoying playing this wonderful golf course. Okay, well, plenty more to come. We've got some highlights coming right up, but let's just remind you at home of the format and what this week looks like, because it is one of the last significant college events of the fall. Now, the Eastlake Cup from Atlanta, site of the PGA Tour Championship. As I mentioned last year, the course was undergoing a $30 million renovation and the tournament was held at the Atlanta Athletic Club. But the student athletes are back at Eastlake this year. So let's take a look at the format, as today was the only day of stroke play. You've got 18 holes that determined the individual champions for both the men and the women, and it also determined seeding for match play. Now, the semi-finals will be held tomorrow and the final on Wednesday, and all can be seen on Golf Channel. So there'll be 4 men's and 4 women's programs. 7 of the 8 teams from last year's national championship semi-finals will be on hand, including the defending men's national champions Auburn, and the women feature 2 teams currently ranked in the top 5, Oregon and Southern Cal. So Jimmy, the competition is tough. So let's take a look at how the individual championship shook out today, starting with Southern Cal's Catherine Park on the par 5 14th. Yeah, coming off that 63 at Stanford final round run, a nice putt there. Yeah,
she's the #1 seed in the country, the 5th ranked team as well. And she put on a fantastic performance today, finished at 4 under, solo second in the individual competition. Meanwhile, Jasmine Koo on the par 3 11th.
Yeah, she's coming in with back-to-back wins in college this fall, having a great fall and a great looking shot right there.
Throws an absolute dart, so she would birdie that to get to 5 under. Koo now on the par 4 12th.
Yeah, big breaker from left to right. She's following it with her eyes, and why wouldn't she? Yep, stuck it in the corner. Nice.
How about that? Drains that to get to 6 under, and then Jimmy, well, Koo just sort of starts pulling away, now on 16 for birdie.
Yeah, this is a big breaker from right to left, coming down the slope. Just great pace, great line. What a putt there, another birdie.
And we have a leader by 4 strokes. She was on fire today. Now on to the 17th green. This again for birdie, Jimmy.
Yeah, just a little slider. She's got it. It's got to feel like she's putting it in the ocean. What a putt there.
Unbelievable. When you get in the zone like that, what a feeling. Now on 18.
Yeah, only hiccup, but that was a safe bogey.
Yeah, she didn't need it though. So Jasmine Koo from USC is your women's individual champion with a round of 65. So let's just give you a little bit more info on Jasmine Koo. She is the 2nd ranked amateur in the world, starting her freshman season at Southern Cal, but she's now won 3 consecutive starts. She also finished 4th this past season at the Augusta National Women's Amateur, and she was the low amateur at the Chevron Championship. So with that, I'm so pleased to welcome in our individual champion. That is Jasmine Koo. Jasmine, congratulations. Terrific performance today, 7 under 65. This is your 3rd straight win on the bounce as a freshman at USC. How are you doing it?
A lot of practice and a lot of patience.
Did you feel like you were expecting to have this much success in your freshman year? Because it really is an amazing achievement so far that you've managed.
I honestly had no expectations coming into college. I was just trying to adjust to college life, and this kind of just followed. So I'm really happy.
Well, speaking of adjusting to college life, what has that looked like for you? Was it how you expected it? What were sort of the main challenges that you're finding in your first year?
I think the hardest challenge was being an adult. I think, learning how to tie my laundry or, I don't know, doing a direct deposit, like stuff like that was the most challenging.
Jasmine, I'm
So,
with you. Adulting is not easy. You've realised that very quickly in life. I just have to talk to you about the Augusta National Women's Amateur as well. A terrific performance from you. You finished fourth. Just talk us through that week and having that experience and walking onto property and just soaking up everything that Augusta has to offer.
Augusta was amazing. Um, I think it was one of the prettiest courses I've played. East Lake is actually a very pretty course too. And the last day, a couple of my friends came to watch, and I was able to give them 2 eagles, and it was just a hype and excitement that I'll never forget from the patrons and the rowdiness. It was something that it's pretty special.
How would you describe playing the course for the first time at Augusta National?
Very green, a lot slopier than it is on TV. A lot slopier than it is on TV. The greens, the fall offs, it's pretty insane. And it's more difficult than on TV for sure. I underestimated some of these players.
Yeah, I think it's on many of our viewers' bucket lists, dreams to play Augusta. So I'm sure another highlight of your year so far, that was playing at the Chevron Championship. You finished Low-Am, you finished 13th in your debut major appearance, but it was the shot on the 72nd hole that caught a lot of people's attention. You ended up sort of flying your tee shot left. Well, let's take a look at it here. 30 sort of yards short of the green, took a huge bounce onto the title sponsor's floating advertising board and ending up onto the green. Just talk us through that.
Okay, so me and my caddy were deciding between a 4 and a 5 wood. And I just thought that the 4, the wind would knock it down. So we were like, okay, let's take a 5 wood. But it was like 30 yards off of a 5 wood. So I hit it slightly behind the golf ball, and then I got lucky. You're welcome, Chevron. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Terry Gannon and Paige McKenzie said they have never seen anything like that in their entire career in the golfing world. So, yeah, a great week for you. And just finally, looking at the next few days, USC, you're looking in great shape. What are your expectations for match play coming up tomorrow?
I think we're going to do well. We're going to try our best to play well. I think we have a really good strategy coming into match play. And I think that my mental game and our team's mental strategy is very good, and we're sitting in a good position.
Okay, well played today, Jasmine. Congratulations on another title, and look forward to seeing what you do the next few days.
Thank you, Anna.
So a very comfortable win for Jasmine Koo. She also mentioned USC. You've got there Catherine Park as well, just finishing up second. She's a four-time winner at USC. She finished second to Jasmine Koo once again before this season as well. You'll also notice Bailey Shoemaker there. She finished solo, 7th, the name we're getting to know. She had a very close finish at the Augusta National Women's Amateur just earlier this year. So Jasmine Koo, she is making waves in her freshman year at USC.